Namaste, my beloved friends. Rabindranath Tagore beautifully says, "A mind all logic is like a knife all blade. It makes the hand bleed that uses it." What a powerful quote. Because a life that is filled only with logic slowly becomes dry. You may become successful. You may earn thousands of dollars. You may earn lakhs of rupees. You may become very skilled, very sharp, very practical, very calculative, but still inside life may remain empty. Because logic can help you earn your livelihood. But too much logic can also steal love from your life. And when love is missing, life becomes a dry, arid land. And so in today's podcast, I am going to speak on Virgo, the sixth zodiac sign. So let's begin. Virgo is ideally the sign of critics. The quality of doing excellent analysis is what makes Virgo the sign of critics. Virgo natives notice everything. They notice mistakes. They notice patterns. They notice small details. They notice what others often miss. But the problem is that they do not spare others and they do not spare themselves also. Many Virgo natives suffer because of self-criticism. Self-criticism means the tendency to constantly judge yourself negatively, to feel that you are not good enough, to feel guilt, failure, worthlessness, or dissatisfaction when expectations are not met. And when self-criticism becomes too much, it can lead to depression. And when depression deepens, it can even lead to suicidal tendencies. That is why Virgo natives must understand one thing very clearly. Your analytical ability is a gift, but when the same analytical ability turns against your own self, it becomes poison. Virgo is not only the sign of criticism, Virgo is also the sign of service. And its lower level, Virgo criticizes, but at its higher level, Virgo heals. The same analytical eye that finds faults can also find solutions. This is the real beauty of Virgo. An immature Virgo only finds problems, but an evolved Virgo finds the medicine. An immature Virgo says, "This is wrong," but an evolved Virgo says, "This can be healed." And that is why Virgo is strongly connected with healing, service, medicine, discipline, daily routine, problem solving, and correcting what is broken. The problem with Virgo is not that they want perfection. The problem begins when perfection becomes more important than peace. And this is where Virgo natives must become aware. Because if you continue to chase perfection, then nothing will satisfy you. People will not satisfy you. Relationships will not satisfy you. Work will not satisfy you. Life will not satisfy you. And slowly, even your own self will not satisfy. So Virgo must learn one thing. Perfection is useful in work, but peace is necessary for life. Now Mercury is the master of Virgo sign, meaning Mercury rules Virgo sign. And you all know how Mercury is. Mercury has absolutely no emotions, but Mercury is excellent in calculations. Mercury gives communication skills. Mercury gives sharp observation. Mercury gives business sense. Mercury gives logic. Mercury gives intellectualism. But always remember, intellectualism is a poor substitute for intelligence. Intellectualism is mechanical. Intelligence is spiritual. Intellectualism can help you survive in the world, but intelligence helps you understand life. That is why natives of this sign generally do very well in life. They are capable of earning good money because intellectualism sells faster in this world. And so you will find many great scientists, IT software specialists, doctors, analysts, researchers, writers, editors, and highly skilled professionals born with Virgo sign or with major planets in Virgo sign. Overall, Virgo natives can earn fortunes by using their intellectual power in their respective work fields. But when it comes to real intelligence, it depends on how evolved the soul is. Otherwise, many Virgo natives remain trapped in the world of intellectualism and they miss the beauty of divine intelligence. Always remember, when you are dealing with a Virgo native, you are dealing with a head, not a heart. When it comes to Leo, it is heart first. But when it comes to Virgo, it's head first. And that is why I always say that great businessmen are born with Virgo sign. Because business requires calculation. Business requires sharp observation. Business requires practical thinking. Business requires a level-headed approach. And a typical Virgo moon sign or Virgo ascendant sign can deliver exactly that. Virgo natives are very good when it comes to dealing with conflicts, chronic diseases, hidden agendas, hidden enemies, complicated situations, and practical problems. Great lawyers are also born with this placement. Great medical practitioners are also born with moon or ascendant in Virgo. Film critics, script writers, mathematicians, radio jockeys, analysts, editors, and people who work with details can do very well with Virgo moon sign or Virgo ascendant. But the most significant quality of Virgo natives is this: they can analyze and describe a person with such great perfection that you will be dumbfounded. I remember a few years ago, I had given an appointment to an Indian woman based in New York. And as we got connected over the phone, she started with such a beautiful analysis of my podcast channel. She described each and everything about my podcast. She told me how she loves my voice, how I go about my podcast, what kind of energy she feels, what kind of rhythm she observes, and so many minute observations she shared with me that I was truly astonished. This is Virgo. Virgo can observe details that others may never notice. Virgo can describe each and every detail of a certain person with such perfection that you will be dumbfounded. Of course, it depends on the overall maturity of the person. A Virgo person at the base level may not have this refined analytical power. But a Virgo person at the highest level of awareness will have great analytical power. So everything depends on the level of awareness. Virgo men and Virgo women also often look younger than their actual age. Especially if you are born with Virgo ascendant, then you may look younger, much younger compared to your actual age. For example, a woman born with Virgo moon or Virgo ascendant may have crossed her 50s, but still she may look much younger than her age. And since Mercury is youthful, mischievous and childish by nature, these men and women also remain a child at heart. They are playful, they are youthful, they look younger, and they are also driven towards those who look younger. I personally have had connections with many Virgo men and women, and I must also honestly say that Virgo sign has played a very important role in my life. During my most difficult days, many of the people who stood by me, helped me, guided me, or supported me were either born with Virgo moon sign or Virgo ascendant. But most of them were modified Virgo natives. Now you may ask, what is this modified Virgo version? Modified Virgo means when along with moon in Virgo there is Jupiter or Sun or Venus or Mars or Saturn or Rahu or Ketu in Virgo sign. So whenever moon is not alone in Virgo, then you get a modified version of Virgo person. And my favorite modified version of Virgo sign is when Virgo moon is with Jupiter. That is when moon and Jupiter are in Virgo sign. When Jupiter comes in contact with a highly intellectual, analytical Virgo moon, it changes the whole nature of Virgo sign. Now you will see not merely an intellectual person, but a deeply intelligent person, because moon is with Jupiter in Virgo. He or she may be spiritual by nature. They may have much interest in meditation and chanting. They may actually take efforts towards self-growth. So a moon Jupiter Virgo person becomes very special because the power of Mercury and Jupiter in Virgo blesses him or her with many divine gifts of God. In my life, I had met a few Virgo persons having moon with Jupiter in Virgo sign, and I must say they were blessed with divine intelligence. So you see, the presence of Jupiter in Virgo along with moon completely changes the meaning of the otherwise dry sign of Virgo. I have absolutely no hesitation in saying that Virgo is a dry sign, because Virgo is too much into the head. And when there is only head and only logic in your life, then life becomes a dry, arid land. It is said that virginity is a sign of dryness. Still, there is no juice in your life. Still, you are a virgin. Still, you have not experienced the real juice of life, which comes through the abode of love. When sex happens through the abode of love, then there is no sexuality in it. But if there is no love and only lust, then sex becomes ugly. So the real juice of life is love. But when it comes to Virgo, since they are too much in the head, they tend to take a lot of time in committing to love. However, we must also understand Virgo natives with compassion. Virgo natives are not loveless people. In fact, many Virgo natives care deeply, but their care often comes through correction, advice, planning, and protection, not always through emotional expression. So, when a Virgo person loves you, they may not always say, I love you. They may correct you. They may guide you. They may plan for you. They may remind you. They may protect you. They may tell you what is wrong, what is missing, what should be improved. But because their love comes through the head, sometimes the other person does not feel loved. And this is where Virgo has to learn that love is not only about correcting someone. I again repeat, love is not only about correcting someone. Love is also about accepting someone. And that is exactly what happened with a great scholar, and his name was Immanuel Kant. He must be a Virgo person because he was a great scholar, but you should remember, scholars are too much in their head and logic. Love is missing. The juice of life is missing. And so Immanuel Kant, though was a great scholar, somehow he wasn't able to find a suitable marriage partner. This is one common symptom of Virgo sign. Marriage is always challenging. Finding a marriage partner is always difficult for these natives. And so Immanuel Kant remained single, and he was not aware that there was one woman, a beautiful woman, and she had fell in love with him. And the woman waited for many days and months. She thought that Kant will propose her, but Kant was so much caught in his head that it never occurred to him that someone had fallen in love with him. And so, after waiting for many months, finally the woman proposed him. In the first place, it is bad that the girl should propose. It is always the boy who proposes. But the girl must have waited and Kant wouldn't propose. The idea never occurred to him. He was so much rooted in his head. The heart was denied. So the girl, feeling that too much time had been lost, finally proposed. Kant said, I will think it over. How can you think about love? Either it is there or not. It is not a question to be solved. It is a situation to respond to. Either your heart says yes or your heart says no. And it is finished. What will you think? It is not a business proposal. But it was a business proposal to Kant. Too much head orientation makes everything business-like. So he thought, and he not only thought, he went to the library and he concentrated on the books about love, about marriage. Then he noted down in his small notebook all that was in favor of marriage and all that was against it. And he thought and he thought and he thought, and it is said that after evaluating the pros and cons, he decided in favor of marriage because a few points were more in favor than against. So it was a logical decision, and then he went and knocked at the girl's door. And the father said she is already married and a mother of 3 children. So much time passed, you came a little late. This is what happens with Virgo natives. They take a lot of time when it comes to making a decision. And especially in love, if you think too much, you may arrive too late. Love does not wait forever. Life does not wait forever. Sometimes the heart gives you a signal, but the head keeps calculating. And by the time calculation is complete, the moment is gone. By chance, if a Virgo woman expresses her love towards you, then I must say that you are very special. And the same goes for Virgo man. If a Virgo man expresses his love towards you, then I must say that you are very special. Because otherwise, a Virgo person generally is not very candid in expressing his or her love. Now, evolved souls born in Virgo sign can also have a sixth sense. Sixth sense is the ability to perceive the subtle world, the unseen world of angels and hosts. Depending on the nature of the soul, he or she may be able to sense and see the unseen world of hosts or angels. A meditative soul will sense positive angels. A negative person will experience ghostly souls. And since Mercury is connected with spells and air, the connection with the subtle or sukshma world becomes easier for Mercurian Virgo natives, provided the quality of their horoscope is good. Command over language, mastery over words, being a man of letters, the ability to become a scholar of a certain subject, sharp business minded, a very calculative brain. These are the qualities that make a Virgo person capable of achieving his or her goals. But these natives are often wondering about the purpose of their life. They are always trying to find the meaning of life because Mercury is always behind finding meaning. But they completely forget one simple fact. Life itself has no meaning. Life is an opportunity to create meaning. Meaning is not to be discovered. Meaning has to be created. And you can create meaning only when you are truly alive. And how do you live your life? By being alive. Always remember, you either spend your life by being alive or you spend your life by just existing. And the source that enables you to live your life by being alive is love. But because of too much focus on the head, too much focus on logic, too much focus on correction, love goes on missing in the life of Virgo natives. And then life becomes a dry, arid land, a dead land. The oasis of life is only to be found in love. Always remember, without love, a man is just a body. Just a body. An empty temple without the deity. With love, the deity arrives. the temple is no more empty. That is why love gives such fullness, such deep contentment, and such tremendously overflowing joy. Remain in love and let love be the door to the divine. That is my message to all my followers born with Virgo moon sign or Virgo ascendant. You have done enough as far as your intellectualism is concerned. Now start focusing on love. And to experience love, first you have to start loving yourself. You have to stop self-criticism. You have to learn to accept yourself as you are. Always remember, when you accept yourself, you become beautiful. Many Virgo women and Virgo men are beautiful. They are handsome. They take great efforts in keeping themselves in good shape. But now you should take efforts in putting your head aside and letting your heart well up. Because when the heart overtakes the head, love wells up. And for Virgo natives, the remedy is not to destroy the mind. The remedy is to make the mind a servant of the heart. Meditate daily. Spend time in nature. Stop over-explaining your emotions. And once in a while, allow life to be imperfect. Allow people to be imperfect. Allow relationships to be imperfect. Because love does not grow in perfection. Love grows in acceptance. Also, Virgo natives should chant regularly. Reciting the Ramakrishna mantra or the Ganesha mantra is highly beneficial for Virgo natives because Mercury needs purification, direction, devotion and surrender. So chant daily Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, or chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Chant any of these mantras 108 times daily with devotion. Because mantra brings softness to the mind. Mantra brings purity to the intellect. Mantra brings devotion to the heart. And when the mind becomes purified, the same Virgo intelligence that was once used for criticism becomes a light of healing, service, wisdom, and divine understanding. So Virgo natives must remember, do not use your mind to wound yourself. Use your mind to serve the divine. Do not use your intelligence only to find faults. Use your intelligence to heal lives. Do not chase perfection so much that you lose your peace. Because peace is greater than perfection. And love is greater than logic. If you live with love, through love, you will live a great life. Because love makes everything great. I again repeat, because love makes everything great. Focus on love. Remember, what you focus on grows. As Neem Karoli Baba says, love is more powerful than electricity. Love to all Virgo men and women. Stay blessed and remember to meditate every day. Jai Sri Ganesha. Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।